Welcome to this EN 331 presentation on prepping your ESL classroom at Herzing University Online. In this presentation, you'll learn how to assess the needs of your classroom and situation, as well as learn the importance of preparing a syllabus and making a plan for your course. Planning the content of a course is called curriculum design. A good curriculum designer is aware of the many elements of course planning and materials. As a curriculum designer, you want to know what to teach, that's for sure, but you need to also think of some things before you even get to that point. You might be lucky, and everything might be planned and designed for you, but if you find yourself with a random group and the directions are loose in terms of the course's purpose and curriculum, knowing a few simple things will be helpful in order to tighten up a class and to help you meet learning outcomes. Before you know what to teach, you need to ask who, where, how, and why you're teaching. This can take place through both informal and formal processes. It can be as easy as taking a quick course survey or a show of hands. Asking the students, why are you here and what do you want to learn, is your first step in creating what's called a needs assessment. The Learner Needs handout, supplied with this lesson, will give you the ins and outs of how to do this more formally, and it even gives you some worksheets that you can use. Here are a few of the main points to get you started. You can use any number of methods to assess the needs of your learners: brainstorming, mind mapping, surveys, question and answer, whatever you feel is effective. You will also need to know where their skills are already at, so you can ask questions in a language inventory, or ask questions about how much English instruction that they've had, or if they use it at home or in their everyday lives. There are formal tests that assess levels, but it might not be necessary, and may even make learners anxious. Letting them know as much about the process as possible will really get them to let you know what they need to learn to be successful. So really listen to them and tell you what they need and want to learn. You can compile your data quantitatively or qualitatively. You don't have to get into the hard numbers, but you can if you ask targeted questions or specific ranks, kind of like a research design. Ask open-ended questions for more qualitative responses. When you get your data, you'll have a good idea about how to divide students into levels and how to plan curriculum. Be sure to look at the data from a number of different ways and think creatively about how to structure your lessons in order to maximize outcomes for everybody. A situational assessment is also going to come in handy. This is more about how you're going to teach and what resources you have available to you. Here are questions you might need to ask to create a situational assessment. Where will I be teaching? How many students will I have? What are their ages and general education level? Will I have a textbook? What other course materials do I have available? Are there any obstacles to effective teaching? What do I need to know about the culture of the students? How do those who've hired me see my purpose? Asking these questions can help you get grounded and ready to write your syllabus. If the course is very loosely organized and you don't have a lot of direction, you might not want to come in with your syllabus right away, as you might need many points to be fluid. When you're sure of your purpose, though, you'll first want to write your goals and objectives, which will be the foundation of your course and will be included in your syllabus. Goals are different from objectives in that they're larger and point to a broad purpose for the overall curriculum and how your course matches into the larger program. These are also called program objectives, and they may be shared between courses. An example of a goal might be to get students comfortable speaking, writing, and listening to basic English, or use creative and progressive teaching strategies to familiarize students with the basics of the English language. Objectives, on the other hand, are specific to your course, and they outline what your students should be able to do upon the completion of your course. They correspond to the things presented in the class and are measurable. If you have determined, for instance, that your purpose is to teach your beginner level students to learn enough vocabulary to communicate on a basic conversational level and to be able to speak in a number of everyday scenarios, your course objectives might look like this. When learners complete this course, they should be able to use English words to greet and tell others basic information about origin, homeland, job or school status, and family details. Draw from a number of vocabulary words that include household and personal items. Self-correct for basic errors in verb forms, plurals, and pronouns. Understand cardinal directions, orientation, and how to ask for help finding a place. Once you understand your goals and objectives, and you've taken stock of your learner needs, you can make your basic syllabus and write your lesson plans. Be sure to see the syllabus and lesson plan walkthroughs for more details on how to do this. Thank you for watching this EN 331 presentation at Herzing University Online.